Whoa, this is a Lego minifig. But wait, he's actually made out of paper. Hey, yo, what? But yeah, in this video, we're gonna explore all the different ways we can simulate Lego just by using paper. We're gonna make both flat and also even 3D objects. Okay, so you might recognize this thing, but it's called a printer. And this is what I printed out of it. So let's get to cutting stuff out. Yeah, this kinda already took forever. And now we have to do some folding magic. But just like that, we ended up with a collection of random bricks. They are even the same size as the real ones, except the studs are literally printed on, so the bricks are fully flat. But by using gravity, they are still stackable. So let's try making a simple house. Okay, so we got the walls, but now we need the roof. Alright, I made this piece that can be placed on top. And it literally looks like individual roof pieces. So yeah, paper Lego is officially buildable. And if you're curious, it's burnable as well.
Yo, by the way, don't try this at home.
Okay, but what about making some minifig accessories? Like these signs that they can hold.
Wait, what does that say? Turn around. Subscribe. Hey, yo, you know what? This guy's right. You should subscribe right now.
Okay, but what about this green cloud? That can be attached above the legs. Yeah, yikes. Now it looks like bro had a little accident. What about a tiny pair of sunglasses that actually fit onto a minifig head? Yeah, they actually look better than Lego's version, because they can be moved up the head, or even down the face if you're trying to project some riz. Okay, you can also print and stick on custom clothing. But then I also wanted to make something that I actually use. Yep, this is a tiny version of my yellow mask. Ah, it's like a mini BLOKEST. Alright, but this next piece is for the unlucky minifigs. Because once folded, it's literally a Lego coffin. Rest in pieces, my guy.
Hey, I'm gonna name him Yikes.
Alright, but let's seal it for good and see if it actually survives being buried. What about if it heavily rained?
Wow, that is sludgy.
Alright, let's dig it out. Wait, what? How is he already a skeleton? Okay, this is also a foldable paper tent. So this alive minifig can enjoy some peaceful camping. But what about if he ate some expired food? No worries, because they can go and use this paper minifig porta potty. Wait, I got an idea. No way. Okay, don't worry, these are actually just printed brown spots. Okay, for this next bit, I'm gonna make different Lego contraptions to use with paper, like this satisfying one with gears. So when you start turning it, it will make the paper crinkle. I don't know when you'd need to use this, but you can. Oh yeah, also you can use it to reorganize a minifig's body. Dang, bro looks like those crinkled crisps. And yes, in Britain, we call these things crisps and not chips. What about this spinning build? That has a spot to place a pen inside, and then you can make perfect circles.
Hey, there we go. Now we've got a smiley face. And that's gonna be me if you leave a like on this video.
I also wanted to see if it's possible to make Lego scissors that will actually cut paper.
Wait, what? That actually works?
This is so weird. I was legit expecting these not to work at all, especially considering how simple they are. Okay, then there's also this contraption that's actually powered by rubber bands. So yeah, you load one up and... But that's not all it does, because you have to make a paper airplane and load it up on top, and now it will launch it for you. Yo, that was kinda good, but I want to see what happens if we use 3 rubber bands instead. So yeah, it works pretty good, and it prevents your arm from getting tired from throwing a paper plane. Pretty good stuff. But if we try printing a 3D minifig, yeah, we get these 2 flat as a pancake looking things. So then we have to fold and glue everything. And we end up with this fella. Hey yo, if you blur your eyes, it kinda looks normal. Also, he's a tad bigger than your normal minifig. He drank a lot of milk as a kid, alright? But yeah, take a closer look and you'll see he's a bit janky. Like, what are these arms, bro? And then the bottom is completely hollow. But a cool thing that you can do is actually print a blank version, which means you can make a fully custom minifig. So I channeled my inner famous ancient painter and started cooking something up. Alright, so this is Bricky. But yeah, he's got red eyes for some reason and a funky colourful design. I also tried to give him his own Bricky logo on the back. So yeah, if you want to make fully custom paper minifigs, you easily can. Very nice. Alright, so stop motion is when you take a bunch of pictures and move stuff in between each take, so it looks like Lego is alive. So for this next part, I did the same thing, but printed it instead. So now I have a few of these individual frames, but the magic happens when we combine and take photos of all of them. And now if you prop the prints up each time, we can actually make it look like the minifig is moving around freely. Hey, yo, where's bro headed to? But okay, you might have seen that Lego released these actual brick crocs, but they are kind of expensive. So I'm gonna challenge myself to see if I can recreate them in real life, just by using paper. Alright, so I got the dogs out and took some really important measurements. Then it was time to perform some cutting. Alright, this should be all we need. So next we have to fold everything into shape. And by doing the same thing twice, we end up with these. But we are missing one more thing. So for the studs, I'm actually going to use these paper cupcake cases. No way! This actually worked. So just like that, I have a pair of these sick bricked up Crocs. And making them out of paper literally saved me like $150. But I ain't done just yet, because I also have this big yellow sheet. And after drawing up a design, can you guess what it is? Okay, anyway, let's cut it up. And then we need every 5-year-old's favorite thing, a glue stick, to hold it all together. Okay, now it might actually be pretty obvious what this is supposed to be. And no, it's not a funky looking house for a minifig. And instead, it's time to put it on. So just like that, I became paper BLOKEST. And the mask goes perfectly well with the homemade Crocs. Okay, but they might not be as strong as the real thing. But hey, at least they're recyclable. Alright, let's put the mask on top, and it will be forever remembered. Rest in paper, my bro. Rest in paper. A big part of Lego is train tracks. And if you have a lot of them, you can make some cool things with them. But what if we could just print some more? So this is Tom the Plank Engine, and he's going to be our stunt driver today.
Also, before you comment anything, this is a perfectly normal train. It's a bog standard train, mate.
Okay, so I laid out the tracks, and yo, look just how flat they are.
I mean, they basically look the same, other than the colour being a tiny bit different.
Yeah, okay, I don't think that's gonna work.
Whoa, a bit too close to the edge there, buddy.
But what if we print these additional strip pieces that can be folded and carefully glued into place? So now the paper track is the same height as the real one. Seems like Tom's head might be a bit too big and heavy.
Bro, my train!
This is probably the last thing you would imagine you can actually print. And you would be absolutely right in thinking that. Okay, so this is a normal Lego car with some big wheels on it. But what if we take all of them off? And instead of using these standard 3-dimensional rotational devices, we can try seeing how many paper wheels it takes to support the car. Alright, so let's start with 4.
Nope.
Okay, but luckily I have plenty more to try.
Nope. 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 Yep. No way.
Alright, so 24 paper wheels was the magic number. And it still drives absolutely fine. Almost. But yeah, that basically means that you need 6 paper wheels on each axle. And that's what all of them look like together. Hey, I guess at least it's impossible to get a flat tire now. This next part is if you want to simulate having loads of different minifigs. And they actually look realistic. It literally looks like I own a lot of these minifigs. So if you want to simulate a massive fight, you can use these. Yeah, okay, they can't actually move or anything, but you could also use them as an audience. Or just to pretend like your minifigure is really famous. But I wanted to make the biggest crowd possible, so I started printing a few more sheets. Okay, so now with 10 sheets, this is what over 1,600 minifigs looks like. And if you don't believe me, I numbered each individual minifig. So one page has 163 of them. And if you want to go even crazier, you just keep printing new pages. Another kind of important Lego piece are base plates. And you can never have enough of them. They're already super flat, so it makes sense to try and print one. Okay, so from far, it legit looks like a real Lego base plate, but get closer and you can see that these are even more flexible. And obviously the studs are non-existent, so nothing actually sticks to it. But hey, at least these are really easily disposable. So now this is a special edition crinkled base plate. You can also grab some sticky juice and make this perfectly round rolled up plate. This thing's super satisfying to hold. But yeah, I don't know what you could actually use this for, other than just looking really cool. Okay, so everyone knows that paper is actually made from wood. So I pulled the reverse card and saw these bricks at the shop, except they are fully wooden. And because of that, they feel really nice in your hand. By the way, this is a 3-in-1 kit that includes a crocodile. Wow, looks so realistic. You can also build a chameleon. Low-key looks accurate. Also, I'm not even joking, he can actually change colors. Okay, I'm sorry, that's actually not real. And finally, we can build a snake. Oh, what a cute fella. Alright, now he's ready to go outside into his natural habitat. Oh wow, sorry guys, I almost thought that was a real snake. But obviously, you can also build literally whatever you want. Like there's also this race car set that actually comes with working wooden wheels. And to be fair, they feel decent to use. But if you also bring in some coloring markers, you can start fully customizing your pieces. So I gave my car this simple design. Hey yo, it's gone a bit squeaky now. Alright, but because these bricks are made from wood, they feel really strong. But to fully test that, I built this wooden cube. Oh wait, I forgot to attach the middle part. Okay, so I guess this is a satisfying creation now. Alright, but after rebuilding it properly this time, we have this fully solid piece of wood, which is already strong. But what is wood's biggest fear? Yep, you guessed it. Let's try it. Yo, so I guess it is still just wood after all. Like, some of these bricks literally got split in half. But yeah, whether you want to build or destroy these, I think they're worth it. Okay, so back when I hit 100,000 subscribers, I actually built a working giant minifig. But unfortunately, I don't actually have my big friend here with me in this house. So as a quick emotional fix, I'm just gonna print him in 2D. So I had to basically turn everything into slices. And after trimming some unnecessary scrap paper, I picked the wall and started sticking everything to it. To be honest, it basically just felt like assembling a giant puzzle. But just like that, my bro is brought back to life. And I couldn't be more happy about it. It feels like hanging out with your really good childhood friend. Alright, BLOKEST, chill out, mate. No need to cry. Okay, I also wanted to make some accessories for him. Like this hairpiece that he can actually wear.
Oh yeah, and this piece as well. I'm so old and fragile.
Or this brick that's made in the same dimensions as him.
Bricked up.
A Lego pizza if he gets hungry. Dang, actually it's kind of making me hungry now. Or what about the scale-accurate dollar bill?
Hey yo, do you want to hold it?
Oh, I guess it's mine. Man, if this was real, I'd be so rich right now. Okay, so my fellow plastic bricklayer, TD Bricks, has recently built a giant Lego skyscraper. So for my final and biggest creation in this video, I'm gonna set out to beat his record, all by using just paper. So his build is basically taller than the Lego Eiffel Tower, so it only makes sense if my skyscraper is twice the height. Alright, so I sat down at my desk again and started my structural engineering grind. Alright, so this is what one sheet of the whole thing looks like. Yeah, after a lot more printing, literally it took like 5 hours, these are all the sheets we need to finish this build. Yep, it's exactly 100 of them. So this stack is thick. Okay, but then for the structural part, we need some cardboard boxes, which I then measured, cut up, and glued together to make them the right sizes. Alright, this will be the spine of this whole build. So then it was time to start gluing the sheets onto it. Finally, the last sheet. And alright, the foundation for this thing is finished. Now let's actually put it together.
That's one. Okay, so that's 2 boxes and the thing is nearly as tall as me already. But we need to keep going. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, for the next bit, we need the ladder. Oh, this is dodgy. Bosh. Oh my days. Guys, this thing is so big. Even me standing on the ladder, I'm like barely taller than this. Don't need that.
Yep, so as you can see, this thing is absolutely giant. And you might have noticed I actually designed some interiors for the windows. I also wanted to make sure the design goes all the way around the building, so it looks nice. And you could literally legit stack 2 Lego Eiffel Towers next to this. So that's mission complete in my opinion. And this is what it looks like from the minifig's perspective. Okay, so since it's a giant building, it only makes sense to test if a minifig can actually parachute jump from it. Yep, easily. Also, in one of the many windows is this secret minifig, who's basically laughing at you because you can't see him. So pause the video right now and see if you can find him. Let me know in the comments if you did it. Okay, this actually might be impossible for you to see, but try your best. But yeah, this thing took forever to finish, and it ended up being so tall. Bro really thought he could jump to the top. I even had the little curious creature start climbing it. We became friends, by the way. His name's John. But yeah, let me know if I should do anything else with this humongous thing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you next time.